everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about AI for business. I've noticed that there's not a lot of content for technology and AI for businesses. There is a lot for developers, but not so much for businesses. And we're going to start talking alongside talking about technology for developers and how you guys can get these jobs. I want to start talking about how businesses can leverage technology, the different use cases. So if you're someone who's a business owner or you know someone who has a business, these are the ways that you can use technology to improve your business processes. We're going to dive into that. And I just want to add also that if you're someone who's a developer or job seeker, please watch to the end. I'm going to share a very useful resource. It's also going to be linked in the description box. So this is not me neglecting you as a developer. This is just me adding on to the content by including business owners so they can also see the different ways that they can leverage technology, because it's a win-win on both sides. The more businesses adopt technology, the more jobs it creates for the developer. So I'm going to talk about three main use cases that are like really high level, and then as we continue talking about this throughout the channel, I'm going to start diving into like the more niche use cases. The first use case that I've seen, and I talk to a lot of small to mid-sized businesses, is just digitalization of their business. A lot of these businesses, very profitable, making millions of dollars in revenue, they still do not have any kind of product online. All their products are still manual or like in a store or like in their house, and people cannot take orders online. People have to sell them and then they mail it. There's a lot of manual processes. I want you to know that there are technology tools that can make the entire process seamless for you. There are things like Amazon where you can host your business as a seller. There are so many. eBay. Even if you don't want to do that, let's say you have a very niche business, you can create a website. You can put your products on a website. There's technology solutions that can help you improve your processes, especially if you are already profitable. Like, you know, a brand new business looking for product market fit or anything like that. You're profitable businesses, you're making money, you're sure of what you're doing. You just need to put the processes in place to help you scale. Technology is able, there are tools that can help you do that. I just want you to know that. The second thing that I want to share in this video is automation. Automation is one big way that you can improve your process as a business owner with technology. And when do you need automation? When you're repeating things, think about your day-to-day process. And one really big place I've seen, because I talk to a lot of small businesses, is automating their invoicing. It is a very common use case for businesses. I want you guys to know that there are a lot of payment processing tools that can help you with processing your payments and allows you to create custom-made invoices. Because what I see with a lot of these businesses, they're having to maybe email the person an invoice, email them their account information, they send a wire, they send Zelle. There's a huge gap in the payment space, especially for small businesses or like third-party businesses. Maybe you're the middleman between an actual big provider and the consumer. There are tools that can help you still automate that process, even if you're not the primary producer of the product. So automation is one way that I have seen, just talking to a lot of small and to mid-sized businesses, that businesses really leverage technology. They automate the process, your customer's happy, it's more accurate, you are happy as well. Last and final one I'm going to talk about in this video is analytics. I talk about this a lot online as well, like on Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn. And again, if you don't follow me on all those channels, make sure you go do that. Analytics, I like to think about it like a pair of glasses. It really just helps you see what's working in your business. Once you start to leverage the data in your business, start looking at what's working, looking at trends, looking at different things like that, it would help you make more informed decisions with your business. And the last really big use case for a lot of businesses who are not familiar with technology just yet will be analytics. And all it is just leveraging data to make decisions, helping you make data-driven decisions. When are my customer coming? When is my peak season? When is my low season? How much sales did I do this year? How much sales will I do next year? You can do forecasts, you can do predictions just based on your current work. These are all things that are available and can be provided to you based on the kind of technology that you're using. And there are a lot of amazing out-of-the-box solutions right now that you can leverage. Does not require a lot to integrate. It's not a heavy lift. So if you're a business and you're struggling, you have a lot of manual processes, you just know that there's room for improvement, I want to encourage you to talk to someone who is a technology consultant like myself, who can help alleviate some of the stress from doing all of those processes manually. I hope you find this helpful. And just to reiterate some of the things that we talked about: the opportunity for digital presence, the opportunity for automation, and one big pain I've seen for a lot of businesses is invoice automation. That's huge in the SMB space. And then lastly, analytics. This one is common. Enterprises use it. A lot of the big companies, they use analytics. That's how they make their decisions, their business decisions. And it is something that is now accessible with everybody, especially with AI. So if you have a business, you're profitable, you definitely should start using this technology. I hope you guys find this helpful. I want to do more videos like this where I'm going to talk about more niche use cases, because I've realized that this kind of content is not really available online. Just the different ways that businesses can leverage technology to make their business processes better. So I'm going to try to create content around that. If you're a builder, you're probably not new to the community. I also want to share that we now have a tool for you to actually build your project. For those who are builders, maybe you're interested in becoming a data analyst, a data scientist, a data engineer, you're looking for job opportunities. We now have a tool. It's called BuildBank. I'm going to put snippets of the tool online. I'm also going to leave the link to the tool in the description box, and it's completely free. If you want to get your hands on different projects that you can put on your portfolio, like I said, the year is 2026. We're going to build in 2026. You now have a tool that can help you do that. There are no excuses. There are so many tools online, but this is one I highly recommend. I'm going to leave it in the description box. So make sure you are taking advantage of all these resources and working on those portfolios, upskilling. And we also have a webinar May 29th. We're going to be talking about upskilling and what it really means to learn AI tools and all of that. Like, what does that even really mean? We're going to talk about that because upskilling means different things for different people. We're going to dive into that at the workshop on the 29th. Make sure you attend. If you're new here to the channel, welcome. My name is Nello. We talk about all things technology, data, and AI in this channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Another really good place to keep in touch with me is my newsletter. It'll be linked in the bio. And as always, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.